My husband and I had been together for 7 years. I have a 13-year son with my ex and a 6-mo with my husband. Since I gave birth, my husband has been weird. He's super hands-on, super attentive, loves our daughter more than anything, and has overall been super helpful, but he's changed? His patience with my older son is completely gone. He's quick to snap and say that we don't respect him. He often says I worked all fucking day when it comes to damn near everything. He's been incredibly stressed out about finances. Often vents and tells me he feels like he is failing and that he isn't providing enough. So I know there's a deep-rooted issue and that therapy would probably be a good thing, but he always says I don't have time for therapy. I'm always working, even though he works 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. with the rest of the day off, and every Thursday and Friday he has days off. I work from home with a flexible schedule but the same overall hours as him. Anyways, not even 3 months ago I literally told him that if he didn't change, I couldn't stay. He was acting bipolar. Laughing 1 minute and absolutely pissed off about seemingly nothing the next. He was persistent and pleaded that he would do better, and he absolutely did up until 2 weeks ago. So, we were all hanging out in the kitchen, kids included. I let my son hang out later than bedtime because we were having a good time, playing board games. My husband was okay with this until he wasn't? I guess is the best way to put it. Everything was fine and then he just snapped. I had gotten up to get a drink of water and my husband goes, "All right, enough, it's past your bedtime." My son goes, "Aw, Simon," just a little bit later, and my husband snapped. He starts raising his voice, basically screaming about how no one respects him. My son immediately retreated to his room. I'm silent. I start ashing the dishes and avoiding eye contact. He goes, "Great, now you're fucking pissed at me too?" This, admittedly, made me lash out. Maybe because I'm fed up, I don't know. I yelled at him. Told him that maybe if he respected us or gave us something to respect then this wouldn't be an issue. He then says, "What the fuck is there for me to respect?" And then slams out of the house and leaves. It's like 11 p.m. at this point. I text him and tell him not to come home. He doesn't. He slept in his vehicle and went to work the next morning like nothing happened. I packed up me and the kids while he was at work. I obviously left a lot behind. So I left a note on the table saying I will be back for the rest of our stuff when I'm able. I then go to the courthouse and get the divorce papers. I had to get an attorney to actually understand how to fill it out, so it took me a little over a week, but once I had it all completed, I brought him the paperwork for him to sign. He had been texting and calling the entire time I was gone, begging us to come home. Said he was sorry and obviously he respects us, but he's just really stressed out and he didn't understand why you'd let James stay up so late, knowing I had work the next day. Kept saying that me and the kids is the only reason why he hasn't lost himself completely. Says he will get therapy, etc., but I just don't trust him anymore. So when I went there and handed him the divorce papers, he was essentially blindsided because he thought we would be able to work this out. He is refusing to sign the papers as of right now, which I'm not super concerned with. But almost everyone I know is against me on this because he apologized and he obviously didn't mean it. He was just stressed and think that I should just work it out with him because he was absolutely perfect up until I gave birth and the stress of finances started weighing on him. He has never been good in high stress environments, but it's been 6 months straight and I can't do it anymore. Ida? ETA, tired of seeing it, so I'm not keeping our daughter from him. He's had plenty of opportunities to see his daughter, if he so chose. He has seen her once. He's spending so much time begging me to come back home that he is not making an attempt to see his daughter.